Well, on this show, we want to know what you think about the stories that we cover. And you had a lot to say about something we brought you last night. A group of Portland City Councilors and their staff taking a taxpayer-funded trip this weekend to Vienna. The trip is to study social housing. That's housing owned and operated by government or nonprofits rather than developers and property managers. The director of the Portland Bureau of Housing, or the Portland Housing Bureau rather, already spent 2 years in Vienna for this exact reason, but it was prior to her role as director. Yesterday, I sat down with Portland City Councilor Candace Avalos, who's going on the trip, along with councilors Mitch Green and Jamie Dunphy. Councilor Avalos says they want to see the housing program in person and experience things that are hard to read on paper.
I'm not going on vacation. I'm going on a study trip to learn about a policy area that I think is important to Portlanders. So I understand how that might feel and look for people. I stand by my justification that this is an opportunity for us to expand what we know and make sure to apply good best practices in Portland, and that costs money sometimes.
The trip will last about a week. Avalos said they're paying for it out of their office budgets, but they couldn't tell me how much it'll cost. You guys did not hold back. Marianne emailed us saying Councilor Avalos stated that it is her money to spend as she sees fit, notwithstanding the challenges that City Council faced when balancing the City of Portland budget earlier this year. It seems that the City Councilors' budgets are bloated if they can afford this kind of learning environment at taxpayer expense. I hope all of them reflect on this junket expenditure when they are up for re-election. And Janelle said, your story about the trip to Austria was amazing, starting with the fact that someone already spent 2 years there studying the same thing. We're totally getting ripped off for a vacation for 20 people, regardless of how much the commissioner denies it. We should be able to know the total price tag for this junket. Certainly, someone has to sign the check for it. And another viewer left us a voicemail wondering the same thing.
If she has a discretionary budget, you mean to tell me that she wouldn't say, okay, we're going to allocate this amount of money towards our trip, and she wouldn't know the amount?
Okay, a lot of you wanted to know why the entire group has to go all the way to Austria to learn about this type of housing. Like Tamara, who wrote, no, this is another waste of taxpayers' money. There is this great software program called Zoom. And Ron said, even if Vienna holds the magic formula to affordable housing, does it really take 9 people to investigate and report back? I believe the technical term for this trip is a boondoggle. And Gary left us this voicemail.
There is no reason for any city councilors to go to Austria. It's not some new experiment that they're doing there. They've been doing it for many, many years. Everybody's well aware of it now, so it's been studied. People know about it.
Okay, the vast majority of the emails and voicemails that we got about this trip were against it. But to be fair, we did get a few who were supportive. Karen wrote, by all means, there should be a trip to Vienna. Hearing about a new project never provides the same information as seeing it in person. We now live in senior co-housing, and if there was never a visit to other places offering co-housing, this perfect place for seniors would not be available. And Donna wrote, Portland needs this. Housing costs are out of control here and in much of the U.S. Vienna has come up with the models for housing that keep costs reasonable for most families. And isn't that what we want? Yes, we are lucky to have the Portland Housing Bureau Director's knowledge working for Portland now. But her having knowledge is not the same as our own councilors going there and seeing for themselves what this is all about. So tell us what you think. You can send us an email anytime at thestory@kgw.com or leave us a voicemail, 503-226-5090.